Were you able to find parking? I know it's a little crazy outside with the snow, so.
Yeah, it was.
Good. So thank you for coming. You know, we have a number of candidates here that we're interviewing. We saw your resume. We are very interested in learning more about you. So I think if it's okay with you, we would like to just start off by hearing why you're interested in applying to this police academy. What brought you in today?
I'm interested in applying for the police academy because my whole life I've been seeing myself doing such a thing, and like I just want to do that so like I can change the way people look at the cops, you know, like most like these days people be like taking cops as like bad people, but like they really don't know like their really background. So like I just want to change that, and like I also want to protect my my country or community to be like a safe place.
That's great, and that is definitely one of our focuses here, and making sure that the community is a safe place.
Do you realize what it's going to take to be a police officer? Do you have what it takes in terms of commitment and the academy and the physical part of it? Are you prepared for that, or how have you prepared yourself for that?
I am prepared for that. I know it's gonna be hard because like you have to deal with like a lot of crimes, but the more you are doing what you're asked to do, the more things are gonna go right. Like not everything goes fine, but the more you're like doing what you're actually supposed to do.
Okay.
Great. And as you can imagine, in this position, we do deal with a lot of conflict. Can you tell us about a time when you were faced with a challenging situation and how you overcame it?
Back in middle school, there was like somebody trying to bully somebody else. I'm not gonna mention their name, but I stood up for that person and let them know like that was not right. You cannot just judge somebody just the way they are. And that's how you overcome something. You don't just stand there just because somebody else is not standing to like talk and tell other people that what they're doing is wrong. You can stand and like let them know what they're doing is wrong.
That's great.
That's really great. That's
Yeah.
a really great example.
Mm-hmm.
What qualities do you have that you think will help you be a better police officer? What kind of things do you have?
For me, I can stand up for people, you know? Like if I see something bad happening, I can stand up. And like one of the quotes that have actually made me come to apply for this position is Martin Luther King quote. It says that darkness cannot push away darkness, only love can do that. As a cop, you cannot just like be a bad cop so like people can be like, oh yeah, this is a bad cop. But like you need to show love to your community so they know, oh yeah, this person is actually working for us, you know, to make sure we're protected. And he also says that hate cannot push out hate, only love can do that. So like you need to like just be you, you know, be you and like do what actually brought you to do that position.
That's great. Can you tell us a little bit about your work ethic?
I have worked through a lot of places back in high school. I work at Panera Bread, and I decided to stop because of like what was going through into my family. And then like a few months later, I applied to Hanover. Before that, I started working at the campus called Camp Bernadette. That's where like got all my skills and to know what kind of person I am, and if I'm actually a really good fit for that position, you know, because you cannot hire somebody who you know they're not gonna be a good fit. And I'm that kind of person who like being honest. So
What is Camp Bernadette?
it's basically a camp that is Catholic camp that you just have like kids come over every 2 weeks and you leave and then you have a new group come over. So like I was
Like a counselor, a
Yes,
camp
I was a
counselor? Oh, that's
counselor.
awesome.
Yeah.
Wow,
really
that's
great.
very nice. That's
and like
actually
yeah,
good.
there just like learn how to deal with people because like we had like few different kind of people with like problems, people with anger issues, and you know how to deal with them because like that's what you're supposed to do as a counselor. You're not supposed to be like somebody's mad, you be mad at them too, so yelling. You have to like calm them down. You need to learn how to do everything right.
Yeah. That's
Great, you're a great
skills.
role model to be able to do that, because you realize on the job, there is a lot of conflict. And there'll be times when it'd be difficult to reason with somebody. They'll be so mad and so angry that you're there, or that you're not doing the right thing, or they think you're picking on them or whatever. So that's a great quality to be able to have. So you think that job will help you in your police job?
Yeah, it helped me a lot, because as a police officer, you're gonna like deal with a lot of like people with mental issues. But if you don't know how to deal with them, I don't know how you're gonna like get through that problem. For like example, if you walk, like they sent you to like go to a person who has mental issues and they have a knife like trying to kill themselves, and like they try to do it to you. You need to like learn how to calm them down, to be like, oh listen, what you're trying to do is not okay. And as you're saying that, you have to like be making you move through that person, because you know how you're gonna stop that person. But like, because the more you're like telling them that what they're doing is not gonna be okay, and that there are people who love them more than they think they do, that can like really touch them, and like you make them think, oh yeah, what I'm doing is not okay. They will learn how to like stop doing that.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you have great experience and you developed a skill set that I think would really benefit our community. And so, you know, I think right now, if we could turn it over to you to see if you have any questions.
What did you guys do to get into your position?
Again, so from my perspective, I knew what I wanted to do early on. I was much like you. I had a lot of different experiences in my personal life. I think that helped me with conflict and doing that. I studied hard. I went to school, which is super important to have an education. And once I knew what I wanted to do, I got myself physically fit and mentally fit for the job of being a police officer.
What about you?
Yeah, so I'm new to being a police officer.
Yes, you are.
Very new. And so I, you know, very similar to Gail, worked very, very hard. I kind of fell into this position. It wasn't really something that I considered when I was younger, but I've really grown to respect the police force. And so, you know, it's something that I just decided that I wanted to become a part of.
That's good. I understand that being a cop, like, it's a very difficult thing, but how do you deal with it outside of like your work, like outside of work?
It's a great question. Like the whole self-care, because we see things as police officers, not the average person sees. You gave a great example, the mental illness. Many people aren't even aware of how prevalent that is. So you need to step back from your job, and one of the things is doing yoga and meditation is really good. And physical fitness too is a great way to release any stress. And I tend to keep myself away from people that I work with, and I have a separate life with my family, my husband and kids, and I think that's really important to just get away from policing, you know, your days off, and not hang out with people that are police, so.
Yeah, I'll just defer to Gail on that.
So, I'm sorry if I'm like asking a lot of questions.
You're doing
but
great.
As a police officer, what would you tell a person that, you know, they're going to college, you know they're gonna apply for that position? What would you tell that person to like not do?
Oh boy, get in trouble. You made the great point earlier, is always treat people with kindness, because you don't know, and you're not doing that just for yourself, but just to be a good person. But everything that you do when you're younger, anywhere in your life, can come back to bite you. And I think just I always have led by example. So my behavior on the job and off the job was the same. You would never see me acting up when I was off the job, because people would think, oh, look at that police officer getting away with this, this, and this. I was the same on and off the job. And it's so important to watch what you do now, because something, social media, or something you say to somebody, a fight with a neighbor, all of that can lead to a lot of issues.
That's all my questions.
Okay, well, thank you very much for coming in. It was wonderful meeting with you, and we'll be in touch soon, okay?
Thank you very much. It was nice meeting you.
That was great.